What's up, guys? So here I have my first trainer video, and it's going to be my first voiceover as well, so bear with me here. But at the end of this video, stick around. I do have just a small announcement. I don't want to be dramatic about it or anything, but it's big for me, and it's just kind of the direction this channel is going to go. But anyways, here is a leg day. I know some of you have asked me for a leg day and just some tips on what I do for that, so I'm just gonna walk you through it. Hopefully it won't be too bad, but let's start this off, okay? All right, so I'm gonna be watching it with you guys here. All right, so I start off with squats, and I usually warm up. I didn't show me warming up, but after my warm-ups I do some dynamic stretching. Static stretching is not really too good for getting your body warmed up or whatever for your workouts. It's good between sets, getting that blood flowing. Like for biceps, like I do this. For legs, I swing my hips, get my hip flexors open. I do some lunges and all that, but here, after that I warm up with the bar, a couple sets just to get that range of motion down, and then here I'm warming up with 135. Yeah, so, and this is actually like my first day back squatting in like 3 weeks, because every week I go to basketball, and I last 3 weeks ago I hurt my hip flexor. I jumped way too high and I landed pretty bad. Anyways, so my next warm-up set here I did 225 for 10. Pretty easy for me to do 10. I've done, I think my max for 225 is like 30, 25 or 30, can't remember at the top of my head. But usually I start off with 2 to 3 warm-ups for squats. Any compound movement, if I do it first, I usually start off each workout with a compound movement. And I always warm up with 2 or 3 warm-up sets. Here, put on my belt, pulling the belt out. I used to have a bad back, some back injuries before, so here I am squatting 275. It's also a warm-up actually. I do it for 6 here. It feels pretty easy. I definitely lost a little bit of strength. Since I didn't squat for 3 weeks, but that comes back really easy, real quickly. You know, your body's an amazing, miraculous thing invented by God, and yeah, I can remember, what am I here? Gotta change the song. I gotta change the song. Gotta get in the right mind for the heavy sets here, you know. 315. Doing it for sets of 5. I finish off, let's see here, yep, all the way down. Guys, make sure, unless you have a real injury that prevents you from going 90 degrees on squats, that prevents you from achieving that full depth and range of motion, you don't have any excuse not to go all the way. You know, I'm not saying you gotta go all the way down, you know, like ass to grass, some people say. But, you know, hit 90 degrees, because when you hit 90 degrees, you're utilizing all your muscle fibers in your leg. And if you don't hit 90 degrees, you're leaving untapped potential there. Untapped gains. You want those gains, right? And this is actually bad. This is the first time I usually squat in between the racks there. But for the camera's sake, for the good angles, I moved it back, and the re-rack was way too high. You could see me racking it here. I like almost missed. But anyways, I did one more set. I only got 2 instead of 5. So I did 3 working sets there. I usually do 4 working sets. Here I'm doing lunges. I hate lunges so much, guys. I hate them, but that's why they're good. So with lunges, in a perfect world, the foot that steps forward, you don't want your knee to go over your toes. But at the same time, everybody's range of motion is a little bit different, and you just gotta do what feels good for you. You don't want your ankle, like, the more ankle mobility you have, the more your knee can go over your toes. So people with less ankle mobility, they have to really focus on, you know, trying not to move their ankles, you know, like kind of like this. My wrist mobility sucks, so I can't even do that there. But yeah, sped it up here because I did 4 total working sets here. I usually do 10, but here I did 12. With compound movements like squats, I usually focus on lower rep schemes, like 3 to 6, and then sometimes I finish off with higher reps. But for lunges, I do at least 10 10 reps each set. And look at my face here. I was dying, guys. I was dying. Man, it was hot there too. I almost I almost fell over. What did I say here? I forgot what I said here. Oh man. I hate lunges, but I realized that the exercises I hate the most usually are the best for building muscles and hitting all those angles and getting the most muscle recruitment, muscle fiber recruitment from your targeted muscle. Lunges is that one that I really hate. It takes a lot of energy out of me, but it makes me want to do it even more. And I've seen great results just from doing lunges all the time. Works the core, works your rectors, works your quads, your hamstrings, and your calves. It's a great movement to incorporate into your routine. So sweaty. Listen to that guy, he knows what he's talking about. But anyways, last set of lunges here. I think I speed this up. Man, it was I really wanted to do 3, but but showing it for you guys, it made me take that extra and finish out that last set. Actually, filming my workouts has been something else, kind of a surreal experience, because I actually caught myself on a pull day and I was doing wide grip pull downs and I was going way too far back. It was like a row almost. And I like corrected myself after that, and I had to decrease the weight by a lot, so that's a good thing. But here I'm doing some lateral leg presses. I don't go all the way down here. I focus on not bending my knees all the way, or keeping my knees bent a little bit. Not straightening them all the way, keeping that tension, that time under tension on my quads. And I don't go really past 90 degrees here because I don't want to really focus on my hamstrings, because squats and I just got back from lunges. I didn't want to, hurt myself or anything like that. But also, I want to focus on my quads. That was my main goal here. Here I move on to calves, guys, and I would say I have some pretty decent calves. I mean, it's mostly genetics, but the thing is about calves, a lot of people, they say, oh, my calves aren't good, and they just stop training them because they say, oh, my calves won't grow or anything like that. But they don't grow because you're not training them. I train calves twice a week. I mean, maybe it is a little bit, I mean, it definitely is a little bit genetics, but throw up the deuce here. It is a little bit genetics, but you can see here that I switched the angle. My toes are kind of pointed out here. I started out with a neutral positioning with my feet, and then I point them out. Next set here, gotta change the song again. Look how sweaty I am, man. Let's show off them gams, some leg gains. But yeah, here you can see I point my toes inwards, working out all those angles of your calves. Mostly works the outside of your calves here. And then last, I do 4 total sets, and I do sets of 12 to 15. And sometimes I do alternate every other week. I lift heavy for calves, like 6 to 8 reps, and then I mostly lift those higher rep ranges, 12 to 15. And I do 4 to 5 sets usually. It's here, you can see some gains I made with calves. Pretty proud of them, but I also played soccer before I started lifting, so that might have something to do with it. But guys, stay in tune. Have something to say for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. It was fun. It was really fun. Hope you guys are having an excellent night. Peace. Whew. What's up, guys? So I just had a great leg day. It was my first leg day back, and like my first real intense leg day in like 2-3 weeks, because earlier this month, today's April 21st, earlier this month I was playing basketball. Every Wednesday I play basketball, and I like landed wrong. I jumped too high and then I landed wrong, and my hip flexor, it was just sore, and I couldn't walk for like 3 days. Well, it was hard to walk for 3 days. I could walk, but it was just like bugging me every time I moved it. And I finally was feeling better. It's my first time squatting heavy, and lost a little bit of strength, but that's gonna come back really quickly. I'm not worried about that one bit. But anyways, I do have an announcement. I want to begin a series. I know I've talked before, like in my apology vid, that I've been putting off. Well, not really putting off, but yeah, putting off. I just wasn't being as productive as I wanted to with my channel, and it's something that I want to do full time, and I'm finally, doing that. Anyways, I want to start a series called No More Excuses. All right, and it's something really, really dear to my heart, because I was always wanting to make excuses for my whole life until, you know, the past year or two, and excuses, you know, it can be the one thing holding many of us back. It was for me, and I know there's a lot of other people out there experiencing the same thing. I mean, you can be your own worst enemy. Excuses are your enemy. And if you break down No More Excuses, NME acronym, you know, the acronym is NME, No More Excuses. Excuses are the enemy. I've always wanted to do a competition. It's always on my bucket list, and I'm not one that's wants to be a pro bodybuilder. I used to want to be a pro bodybuilder when I just started lifting 4 or 5 years ago, but that changed. I'm just not one to compete. I don't want to continually get that low body fat, and I don't know. I don't think it's for me. But at the same time, I do want to experience it at least once, and also have that experience so I can coach other people with that. And I want to get better at posing and everything. But I've been putting it off for so long, and even if I wasn't doing YouTube, I'd probably put it off for a couple more years, because it scares the heck out of me, honestly. Like, competing scares the heck out of me. I don't know how to pose like that, like a routine. I don't, you know, being on stage presenting my body like that. I'm not one to really show off. You know, I'm down to, you know, motivate, flex on the gram, and you know, in videos and everything. But I'm not one to. And I know it's not really selfish, because you're not really showing off. You're showing off your hard work. But at the same time, just my mental perspective, it's a little weird for me, and it's, like I said, it scares the heck out of me. But I've also been thinking, how am I going to inspire others to face their fears if I don't face my fears continually, and make it a consistent effort to always face my fears and show it for you guys? Because I really do want to inspire everyone watching to go after their dream, or something that scares them. Try different things, step out of their comfort zone. Because every single time I've stepped out of my comfort zone, I've made huge bounds and steps in my life, not only in my mental character, but just as my growth as an individual, and I've gained so much more discipline along the way, because every time you step out of your comfort zone, every time you do something you're scared of doing, it just gets that much easier the next time to do it, and over and over and over again. And my life has improved so much every time I've done that, and I want your guys' life to improve. I want everybody watching. The point of this channel is to inspire people to just realize their maximum potential, you know, physically, spiritually, and mentally. That's all about balance, you know what I mean? If you focus on one thing too much, you know, you end up tipping over. You know, the balance is all out of whack. And I mean, the most important part, I believe, is spiritual. You know, you can focus on that the most without tipping the scale. But at the same time, I don't want to force that on anybody. And I'm just going to share my life and what I believe. And if you have any questions or anything like that, I'm happy to answer them. But I'm not aggressive with my faith. And although I would love everybody to, you know, be open-minded when it comes to that. But anyways, guys, yeah, No More Excuses. It's my thing. You know, if you're on my Instagram, hashtag and comment No More Excuses. Just leave a comment. I love the engagement with you guys. I love hearing what you have to say about my videos. I love engagement on Instagram. I want this channel I want to be a family with you guys. I'm your friend. I want to help guide you through, just from my experiences and with what I want to achieve and accomplish in my life. I want you guys all to see that. I want to do big things in God's name. And I hope you stay for the journey, guys. Subscribe. Please subscribe if you want to join me and just see my progress through life, and also your own progress, because I hope if you subscribe and watch my videos and you know, work with me to improve yourself, that you will see progress as well after subscribing to my channel. And please leave me a thumbs up. It really helps me out, it helps bring more views to my channel, and you know, in the long run, potentially help other people. So thank you guys for watching. As always, I appreciate it so much. And yeah, and by the way, I don't know when exactly I'm gonna do this competition. Right now I am going to start cutting I'm going to be researching. I'm thinking either men's physique or classic physique. I'm leaning more towards classic because that's more my body type, I feel. But leave a comment below what you think. I know I haven't really shown off my physique yet. I will do that in a future video, so you guys can, you know, give me your recommendations. But other than that, yeah, no set dates. The No More Excuses series is just going to be each video, and I want to have in each video a certain segment where I talk about getting started with fitness, just different types of topics, whether it be, you know, building your mental, spiritual, or physical fitness type topics and informational videos in those videos. And they're all gonna be vlog style videos, at least most of them, not all of them, but I do like vlogging. It's really fun. And let me know if you like my vlogs as well, or if you have any ideas on topics or whatnot, because I would love to, you know, hear your input on that. But this has been a long video. I've been recording for 8 minutes already. I'm in the gym bathroom. You can see I had a great workout. But yeah, leave comments, guys. Thanks for watching. God bless.